too. Every parent knows that moment, the flash of frustration, the desperate need for a behavior to stop right now. And for generations, one tool has been on the table: the spank. It can feel like a direct line from misbehavior to consequence. But then, you catch the look in your child's eyes: confusion, fear, betrayal, and a quiet, unsettling question starts to form. Am I teaching a lesson, or am I causing harm? We're all caught between the parenting we might have known growing up and the future we want to build for our own children. Today, we're going to unpack that tension. We'll explore what decades of psychological and neurological research actually say about corporal punishment. I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll have a clearer science-backed understanding and, more importantly, a practical toolkit of alternatives. So make sure you stay till the end for those. Welcome to Curious Minds, Better Lives, where we explore the science of everyday life to help you make informed, compassionate choices. The belief behind spanking is pretty straightforward. A quick, controlled spank delivers an immediate, memorable consequence. It's often seen as a necessary evil to correct dangerous behavior or outright defiance. Its proponents argue it's about respect, safety, and drawing a firm line, love with a sting of discipline. And you've probably heard this one: I was spanked and I turned out fine. But here's what the data actually reveals. Large-scale meta-analyses, like those from the University of Texas and the American Psychological Association, consistently find no unique disciplinary benefit to spanking. It doesn't teach long-term self-control or moral reasoning any better than other methods. More critically, it's consistently linked to increased aggression, antisocial behavior, anxiety, and even impaired cognitive development. Why? Because the brain doesn't register the pain as a logical consequence. It reads it as a threat, flooding the system with stress hormones like cortisol. The lesson the child often learns is not, I shouldn't do that, but bigger. More powerful people can use force on smaller, less powerful people. Now, to be clear, this is not about vilifying well-intentioned parents who've used spanking in moments of stress. The intent to guide and teach is universal. But the science asks us to separate our intent from the actual outcome. The evidence strongly suggests that the short-term compliance you might get from a spank comes at a significant long-term cost to the child's emotional wiring and the parent-child trust bond. So, if not spanking, then what? Let's get into those practical alternatives. First, connection before correction. In a heated moment, your first goal is to calm the nervous system, both yours and theirs. Getting down on their level and saying, I see you're really upset, I'm here with you, can de-escalate the situation more powerfully than any threat. Second, use natural and logical consequences. Instead of introducing arbitrary pain, let the consequence flow directly from the action. You threw your toy, so the toy is going to be put away for the rest of the morning. Death builds a real-world understanding of cause and effect. Third, try a time-in instead of a time-out. For younger children especially, sit with them while they experience their big feelings. Say something like, let's sit here together until you feel calm. This teaches emotional regulation by modeling it with them, something we call co-regulation. Fourth, use clear, positive framing. State what you want to see, not just what you want to stop. Instead of yelling, stop running. Try a calm. We use our walking feet inside. This guides their behavior without turning it into a power struggle. And finally, number 5, repair is everything. Every single parent loses their cool. Sometimes it happens. The repair conversation that follows is crucial. Saying, I'm sorry, I yelled. My feelings got really big too. Let's try that again. Models accountability and shows your child that relationships can be mended. Parenting is the ultimate exercise in adapting and learning that our most instinctive tools might not always be the most effective ones. It's never about being a perfect parent. It's about being an intentional one. So, I'm curious, for those of you who have made the shift away from spanking, what was the one alternative that became your game changer? Share your story in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. Thanks for watching.